Hey there Internet, Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars of Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're installing an 8-year ceramic coating from DIY Detail on Heidi. This is my baby here. Now I've talked with Ivan at DIY Detail. He says it's more than safe for PPF and vinyl. Before I used G-Technic Halo on my previous wrap, so we're going to give this a try. They have a 3, 5, and 8-year coating, and actually we're going to give you an update on that hood over there that was done a couple months ago. Now the 8 years attributes is dirt repellency, durability, chemical resistance, those types of things that you would expect out of a pro level coating. Now the car is already clean from the last video, which was just a few hours ago. I did a full wash, decon, and polish of the car, real light polish, not like crazy polish. Now, ceramic coatings can be very intimidating. A lot of people just don't want to try them, and that's perfectly fine. I tried the DIY Detail products on the hood over there, and it was very easy. The leveling was minimal, and the way we're going to do this ceramic coating, many are probably going to comment that's not the way to do it, but we're not going to do the little 2x2 areas. We're going to base it off of a flash time. We're going to try to work one panel at a time. The yellow I'm using for the panel prep, which is G-Technic panel prep. We have the bottle of the 8-year coating. We have their applicator pad, which I actually like these a lot more. I just find it's easier to use than the microfiber blocks. And I think the microfiber blocks, they absorb too much. I think there's too much waste. And, we have an Eagle 500 here. This is our plush. So our low pile 365 from Rag Company is going to be what we're going to use to do that initial level. Once you're done with the initial level, you're kind of doing a two microfiber process, and with a really plush microfiber like this is going to help do that buff. And then later on when you come back, you just kind of judge and look around to see if you have a high spot. If you do, you want to hit it with this. Now worst case, if a high spot is there and you can't fix it, you can always go back over it with some more product and kind of get that back into a state to where you can level it again. The best thing about their ceramic coatings is you can put them on just about anything. We can do windows, we can do the trim, and we're going to be using swirling motions. And I know people are going to freak out about that. This applicator pad and this product, it just works really well, and you don't have to do that crazy little cross hatch and this and that. We just need to get it on the surface. So here's the hood. It's in great shape. I actually did the decon process that I did in the last video. It's been about 2 months. Been through 10 to 11 testing videos, testing pressure washers, soaps, all kinds of stuff. It sits in the corner here, gets oversprayed by every process that I do when I wash my cars, and more than half the time I don't wash it back off. So that soap and stuff just sits on there for a week or more at a time before I come over and wash it off. So it's had just about everything happen to it, other than the fact that it doesn't sit in the UV outside. So you can see that's the number 3 right there somewhat. There's your number 8, your 5. There it is. See? So you see those unprotected areas where we had the stripes? You can kind of see a difference in how they react. The 8 and the 5, more hydrophobic. The 3 has more sheeting. That's where that graphene comes into play. The graphene is water spot prevention. Ceramic coatings are known for having issues with water spots because of how hydrophobic they are. So first we got panel prep. Obviously before this you need to wash, decon, get it really clean up. You don't have to polish the car to put a ceramic coating on. I just kind of suggested it just helps make sure that you get anything that's on there off if you had a previous coating or a previous sealant. The panel prep here is to make sure we have a nice sterile surface to get that maximum bond. Just take your panel wipe, you got your microfiber, couple of sprays per panel, and then just wipe her off. And this is just a quick wipe down. We're not wasting much time with this. Look at that towel. That car is clean. Well, that was quick. The panel prep process is really fast. Now, one 30 milliliter bottle should be able to easily coat this car. They say actually if you do it right, you should be able to do 2 cars. Start in an area that's easy to work on, very flat, like say the trunk there, and just kind of work and see how much product you're putting in the sponge here. And it's all going to depend on, as you get further into the car, obviously it's going to get saturated. But you don't want too much. You just want enough to get that flash, that oil slick-esh look. You don't want droplets running and stuff. We just want to get this on there. So we got our pad. I went ahead and did my trunk lid just to see the consistency and everything what was going on, and kind of priming this with about 8 to 10 drops. Then after that, each panel, maybe 3 to 5 drops. This obviously is a bigger panel, so it may go through a little bit more. And hopefully you'll be able to see it. There's a lot of reflection going on here. But I'm going to start kind of where the light is so you can kind of see what that looks like. Hopefully you can. And like I said, I'm just going like this. If you're doing a panel, you see I may have a little bit too much product there, but I can kind of move it back around. If you're doing a panel, it's always good to kind of go around the whole square and then try to fill in. I mean, I can see the product. It's really what I'm looking for, is to make sure that I'm kind of overlapping just a little bit to make sure that I'm getting full coverage. When you level it out, you're going to be spreading out a little as well. I think I need a little bit more. I always put the cap back on. Maybe a little bit too much. Then I kind of go back over to make sure that I didn't leave any big amounts of, I don't want any runs, I don't want any, you know, beads or anything like that. There we go. Obviously this vinyl is not very conducive to being able to see this. It's actually a lot harder to apply than on the black hood for sure. Once I see it flashing, then I'll come out and start leveling with my low pile microfiber. I'm just trying to wipe off as I look, try to get rid of any of that flash is what you're just trying to buff out. Like I said, it's going to look like an oil slick. And I can definitely tell between here and there the difference in the slickness. I'll come back with my big soft buff towel to just kind of buff it. I don't see any high spots that need to be leveled, but as I go to the other side of the hood, in different lighting, different angles, I might see something that I didn't see. I'll do this side, and I am slightly overlapping back where I was. I felt like I didn't quite get the overlap I wanted. That's why I'm kind of going back over it the way I am. As you can see, I'm not spending a ton of time on this. We're going through this pretty quick. It shouldn't take more than an hour to do your full car. You know, we're not going to let sit this. We're not going to put this under red lights. We're not going to do any of that kind of stuff. This is a consumer grade product that's easy to install. I love it. So this is a public safety announcement. I'm going to get roasted in the comments. I know, and I do this all the time. I forgot to put the gloves on. You really don't want to get ceramic on your hands. You have a chance of contaminating the surface with the oil on your fingers. Make sure you wear gloves. And in the last video when I did the Decon wash and everything, I didn't wear gloves. Make sure you wear gloves. All right, let's try on the roof over here. You're going to see how we're able to just transfer from the vinyl straight to the window and not have any worries. I think you can see a lot better on the black. So much easier to see on the black. that wrap on the body, that aquamarine, is just so close to the flash color that it's just hard to see. Right there. And that spot is gone. Now this surface is quite weathered. Here we go on the windshield. Might be able to see us really good here. Of course, you see the side of my face. You definitely can see the flash a lot better here. Stuff levels so easy. I mean, just look at that gloss pop on this car. We did everything. Windows, trim, even the rubber when I ran over it. We've got the wing, everything. Well, except for maybe the exhaust tips. She is in tip-top shape. Did the entire car, took about an hour. And I still have, you hear it shaking? Maybe a little less than a half a bottle left. Now cure time, a couple hours is what you're gonna need to be safe enough to be able to, say, drive in the rain, because there's no chemicals or anything. But if you were to wash any kind of chemical, anything, you need to wait 6 to 7 days. The initial cure, I would wait at least 12 hours. I think that's a good period of time. You just, like I said, can't use any chemicals. This car is gonna sit in here for about 5 or 6 days before she ever goes outside to get cured up. I still went heavy in spots, so if you do go heavy, you see a little bit of drops, a little bit too much liquid, just go down the panel a little bit, get what's on there off, then go back to that spot, kind of pick up that product, and then bring it back down the panel somewhere else. I almost saw no high spot, maybe one on the roof out of the entire car. And when I did the hood over there with all 3 other products before, after that initial 2 buff, you know, with the low pile and the high pile, I never saw any high spots. You can get 10% off of this product by using code CARSWITHKEEP at DIYdetail.com. I'll leave a link below for anything used in the video. This was an amazingly easy process. The car looks amazing. The gloss, it just pops a little bit more now. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out carswithkeep.com, discount section, all kinds of different kinds of websites I have discounts at. Giveaway section, there should be something up soon. I'm working on trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Also, that website, you can kind of browse through products that I recommend, and it takes you right to the YouTube channel, right to the link. Everything is right there in one location. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Now check with DIY details. Now I thought with oh my gosh. Now I've talked ceramic coating that is the 8-year is the 8-year oh my gosh the 8-year, all kinds of other, oh my gosh, needed for the is the front of the car in the frame, yeah, in order to great products. You use